Hello, Clem South families, and welcome to the 2020-2021 school year. I'm Martha End, your principal here at Clem South, and I have some information that I'd like to share with you as we think about starting school on September 10th. Ooh, we are excited. Here's a picture of me as well as my partner, Dr. Stephen McAdam. If we can be of assistance to you, please do not hesitate to reach out. We've been working hard this summer to make our changes so that we can have kids safely return to school. And we thank you for your patience and partnership as we've approached this difficult process. You may have seen this image at the top of your child's placement letter. We invite you to join us in looking at this year through the lens of compassion, flexibility, safety, and teamwork. We know that we cannot do this work without you, so we thank you for all that you are doing to support your child as they return to school safely. So speaking of safety, I'd like to just review some of our health and safety measures and some of the differences and changes you may see this school year. We've been calling it the 3 W's here at Clem South. So it's helpful for our kids to remember those 3 W's. The first is wear a mask. The second is wash your hands. And the third is watch your distance. So it is required in our Webster schools that students and staff wear their mask while they are in our school buildings as well as on school transportation. We ask that you help your child remember their mask each day. We will have some extras just in case they need one or one is dirty and they need to replace it with another mask, but it may also be helpful to send in some extra masks that they can keep at school or in their backpack. The next is washing hands. You can expect that children will be washing their hands a bit more than usual. We will have them wash their hands as they enter their classroom as well as when they exit. And there may be some washing in between, especially around transitions and bathroom use. We ask that you help your children remember to wash their hands before they leave home in the morning and just get them into that practice. The third W is watch your distance. So we know that it is important for us to maintain that distance from others. Our classroom spaces have been designed so that desks are spaced apart. We've also created the AM/PM schedule so that we can have smaller cohorts of students in each classroom. Our classroom teachers have done an amazing job in removing some excess furniture and just thinking about that spacing and distancing in their classrooms. We will be working with children and using interactive modeling to teach them how to appropriately watch their distance when waiting for the bathroom or walking in the hallways, especially around arrival and dismissal. So you have probably been hearing a lot about our new Pick My Kid app. The Pick My Kid app will be used for both arrival and dismissal as well as the health screening. So if your child is planning to take the bus to and from school, you will still need to download the Pick My Kid app to complete the health screener each morning. So we know that this is a new thing to add to your plate in the mornings, and getting out of the house in the morning can be a challenge, especially with young children. So we thank you for prioritizing the health screener. This will be super important for children to have this completed before they enter our school building. We will have a screening team in case you have forgotten to fill out the health screener. And in that case, one of our team members will take the temperature of the child and complete a brief screening to just make sure that they are able to enter their classroom. If you haven't done so already, it would be a good idea to download the app and just get familiar with it. Another change that we'll see this year is just the addition of an illness office to our school. So the wellness office will be what we know of as the nurse's office attached to our main office. And our nurse will help provide support in both places. And we also have some additional people to assist in the wellness office this year. So the illness office will be used for children and adults who may exhibit signs of COVID. In that case, if a child has signs of COVID, the nurse would be reaching out to families and then instructing you on how to pick up your child from school. The wellness office will be used the same way that it has in the past, except that teachers will call the office before sending a student, but medications will be distributed as well as Band-Aids and then any type of care for injuries or health concerns. That will continue to be what we use our wellness office for. Our nurse is Tracy Cole, and she is ready and willing to take on this year and just happy to assist our students and staff. So major changes with our arrival and dismissal process. So you'll see here is our AM schedule as well as our PM schedule. Bus drop-off will happen before parent drop-off in both sessions. So if you are planning to drop your child off, just know that you'll be asked to wait to enter the bus loop until all of the buses have exited the bus loop. Unfortunately, this year, you will not be able to walk your child into school or to exit your vehicle to assist them. But please know we have added additional staff to our bus loop to help with this arrival process, and we are ready to help your kids get where they need to go, especially on those first days of school. Have no fear. Lots and lots of adults will be out there to help kids get where they need to be. So just note that buses will be dropping off first, then parent pickup, or I'm sorry, parent drop off, and the same with pickup. Buses will pick up students first, and then parents will enter the bus loop for parent pickup. We will be using the Pick My Kid app for both arrival and dismissal, and it's new to us, just like it's new to you. So, I ask that you are patient with us because we know that arrival and dismissal on those first few days of school is not probably going to be super quick. So we're hoping that it will go as smoothly as possible, but we'll learn kind of how things are going to be and make some changes and tweaks to it as we go. So we ask for your patience and flexibility as we're learning how to do 2 arrivals and 2 dismissals in one school day. We're confident that we will get it down. We have plenty of people to help and assist, but we thank you for your patience as we learn this new process. Another change this year is that breakfast and lunch will happen at home, but students can have access to breakfast and lunch at school. It's a grab and go, so they'll be offered a bag with breakfast and lunch for consumption at home. So if they're in the morning session, they will receive their lunch for that day as well as breakfast for the following day. If they're in the PM session, they'll receive breakfast and lunch for the following day. So this will be available for all students who need or want breakfast. You can find more information about how to pre-order breakfast and lunch on our website. And then our next screen, I'll talk to you a little bit more about where to find that information. The Webster Schools website is filled with lots of important information for the school year, but these 2 resources I certainly encourage you to check out. So the food service website has menus as well as ways for you to pre-order food online and just additional information about food service for the school year. So I encourage you to check that out. You will also find on the website the Return to School Handbook, a really valuable resource as we think about just all of the changes that are in place for the school year. So these are 2 resources that I think if you've got the time, which I know you probably don't, but if you've got a little bit of time to read through some information, I encourage you to look at these 2 pieces. Although this year will be different in many ways, there will be so many things that will look and feel the same. We are beyond excited to welcome kids back to Clem South. And we know for our remote learners, we are excited to welcome you back as well. You may be remote, but you are still Clem South Penguins. So whatever way that you are accessing the learning, we know it's going to be an amazing year. And we will continue to work together to make this year successful for our students. So we are grateful for our Clem South community. We are a strong community. We can get through this together. Thank you. Have a wonderful school year.